In the city of Douala, there lived a boy named Neba. He was 15 years old, always dressed in fine clothes, and loved playing on his phone. His father owned a small electronics shop, and Neba believed that hard work meant sitting in an office with a fan blowing in your face. Neba often laughed at people who farmed and sold in the market. "Dirty hands are for poor people," he would say, rolling his eyes whenever he saw his mother washing vegetables. One day, as the long holidays approached, Neba's father called him. "Son," he said, "this year you will not be spending your vacation playing video games or hanging around in town. You are going to the village to stay with your grandfather." "What?" Neba shouted. "The village? With no electricity or Wi-Fi?" His father smiled gently. "You will learn something more valuable than gadgets." So off Neba went to Bafut, a quiet, green village in the northwest region of Cameroon. His grandfather, Tatangier, was a farmer known for his large yam and maize fields. On the first morning, Neba woke up to the sound of birds and the smell of firewood smoke. "Neba, come," Tatangier said, handing him a cutlass. "Time to clear the weeds." Neba looked at the tool like it was a wild animal. "Me? Use this? But I've never even held one before." Tatangier chuckled. "The soil doesn't care if you come from the city. If you don't touch it, it won't fit you." Reluctantly, Neba followed him to the farm. The sun was already rising, and sweat poured down his face within minutes. His soft hands blistered, his back ached, and he complained every 2 seconds. "This is torture," he cried. The villagers laughed kindly. One young girl, Amina, carried a basket of cassava on his head and winked at him. "We do this every day, city boy," she said playfully. "But look at our skin, it shines." Day after day, Neba worked in the fields. He fetched water, planted corn, and even helped dig a compost pit. Slowly, something began to change. He started waking up early without being told. He asked questions about seeds and rain. He learned to roast maize on the fire and eat it with fresh plum. One afternoon, as he stood looking over the green rows of maize, he smiled. His hands were rough and dark now, but he felt proud. That evening, over a meal of achu, Tatangier looked at him and nodded. "You are becoming a real man," he said. Neba laughed. "I never knew touching soil could make someone feel so strong." When the holidays ended, Neba didn't want to leave, but he packed his bag with fresh granules, dried fish, and a heart full of new lessons. Back in Douala, his friends mocked his village stories. "You on a farm?" one boy teased. "Did they wash your brain with cassava water?" But Neba smiled. "They didn't wash my brain. They opened my eyes. Work is work, whether you are in a suit or carrying a hoe." From that day, Neba helped his mother in the market and even planted vegetables behind their house. He respected farmers, builders, traders, all those who worked with dignity. A year had passed since Neba's first visit to Bafut. Now 16, he was different. His shoulders were broader, his hands stronger, and his mind sharper. He had returned to the city with more than stories. He had brought back respect for work and pride in his roots. But something still tugged at his heart. One evening, he sat with his father under the veranda in Douala. "Papa," he said, "I want to do something for Bafut, for Tatangie, for the children there." His father raised an eyebrow. "What kind of something?" Neba's eyes lit up. "I want to start a small school garden in the village, a place where children can learn how to grow food and sell the extra. They will learn farming and business." His father nodded slowly, impressed. "You have grown, my son. Let's make a plan." A month later, Neba returned to Bafut, not just with a bag of clothes, but with tools, seats, notebooks, and a small signboard that read, "Green Hands Project, Growing Together." He called a meeting under the mango tree. The village kids gathered. Amina, Etienne, Little Joy, and even shy Nene with the stammer. "My friends," Neba began, "this garden belongs to all of us. We will learn together. We will share the harvest. We will sell some and use the money to buy books or school shoes." The kids clapped excitedly. Even the elders smiled from a distance. The work begins. Every day after school, the children met in the new garden. They cleared grass, planted okra, tomatoes, maize, and bitter leaf. Neba taught them simple record keeping, how to write down expenses and sales. At first, some children laughed at Nene when he struggled to speak, but Nico gently stopped them. "Nene is our record keeper," he said. "He may stammer, but his numbers never lie." Slowly, Nene grew confident. He began to speak more, his voice rising each day with courage. 3 months later, the garden bloomed with life. The children organized a small harvest day celebration. They cooked food, danced, and displayed their vegetables for sale in woven baskets. Parents came, neighbors came, even the village chief arrived. Standing tall, Neba welcomed everyone. "This is the power of decent work. When we plant with our hands, we grow more than food. We grow unity, confidence, and love." Tatangie beamed with pride, his eyes glistening. "You have done more than I ever dreamt, grandson." Before leaving for the city again, Neba gathered the kids under the mango tree. "Never be ashamed of soil on your hands," he said. "It means you are building something real. If we stay united, honest, and hardworking, we can grow anything, even our dreams." They nodded, holding hands, eyes full of hope. As the bus drove Neba back to Douala, he looked out the window at the green hills of Bafut and smiled. The soil had given him more than food. It had given him purpose. If you enjoy our stories, please do not hesitate to subscribe, like, and share with friends and loved ones.